Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and man, am I excited to bring this review to you guys. Now, I am going to do another video like I did before with plosives and all of that stuff. I'm going to show you guys, probably side-by-side comparisons and all that, but right here, I'm going to do an unboxing and I'm going to give you some side-by-side comparisons. Now, like I said before, I'm not a Zoom fanboy. Okay, and I told you guys that before, even though I own a crap ton of Zoom products. You guys know that. I did reviews for you guys. I did not like Tascam at all, but this one here, guys, surprised me. And just wait till you hear all the way in the end what I have to say about it. So let's get right to it. Okay guys, really quick, so you guys know I did a review for you guys on the Zoom H1, the Zoom H4n, the Zoom H6, and the Zoom H8. I still own all of them and love them very, very dearly. I had my my little caveats, my little more like things that bugged me, and I showed you guys, like this stupid dongle over here that sticks out. I told you guys, but I love how the Zoom H8 operates. I'm just going to give you a quick here, and I'm going to show you guys what it is. So obviously this came out before the Tascam did, back, a while back. I think about last year or something when I did the review for you guys. Very responsive touchpad. The viewing angle is probably not the best thing in the world, but I do love it for what it is. You could hook up a bunch of mics here. You have also capsules, and I have the 360 capsule and a bunch of other cool stuff that you have with this. And I just loved my Zoom H8. Okay, so we're gonna unbox this baby. Okay, and now I'm gonna tell you all of the tale of the tape. So first, let me show you all the way around. I know you guys always tell me you like that, so I'm just doing that for y'all so you guys could see. And you could see the thing goes like this also, so it's not really anything compared to the 8. It's the same, pretty much the same functionality, just looks a bit different. So empty box here. Okay, comes with some reading literature. We'll get into that. And it's just box, no bubble wrap, really nothing. Comes with batteries that you need, which is always cool. Wow. Okay, so this one kind of worries me here. Huh. They came, but they're like almost like somebody used it and put it back. I don't know. We'll see that. Probably, who knows what the hell. Wow, I don't know what to say. Maybe it was a return product? Who the hell knows? I gotta look into that. I'm gonna test it now and see. And this is the machine right here. No, looks good from all around. Looks brand new. But of course, I don't know. I don't know. Looks brand new. Okay, I don't know what happened because I bought it brand new. So this one does seem, yeah. So this is good. Okay, so first off, let me show you. It looks like that wet type of material. So it looks pretty freaking awesome. So we're going to put first the battery in. Okay, guys, so uses 4 AA batteries, just like the other one. Just looking for... So I am going to say this, just like the Zoom counterpart, very disappointing. I know they're cutting corners, but instead of making a Bluetooth stupid dongle, they should have made it already inside, which they didn't, which was my gripe actually with the Zoom product. I said how very behind they are. Also, the fact that the rubber here pops out just like in the Zoom. It pops out. It doesn't have like a flap that holds onto it, which already sucks. That I didn't like, and I hate that they brought it into this. And that's something that I always hated. So that's something I really, really hate. But whatever. Quarter 20 thread. Also, I love what Zoom did in their new one. In their 8. that they put locks on it, which is pretty cool. So I like that they have locks. Even though in some cases, like when I do weddings and stuff like that, I always loved it when it was loose, because if anybody knocked it or ran into a cable, it just pulls out and doesn't knock this entire thing down, which, you know, was kind of crappy to begin with. So anyways, let me see this here. So I'm going to put the dongle. So of course I went ahead and bought the stupid dongle, which their app is absolutely amazing, but it just sucks to have to buy a stupid dongle. So the dongle does come in a bubble wrap here. So kind of look almost about the same size as I think this one by Zoom, but look how much the Zoom one sticks out. Let's see how it sticks out on that. So this is the Zoom one, okay, Zoom 8, and this is this dongle right here. So kind of really similar in size and the way they look. So really I don't know why the hell they're going with this stupid dongle. This thing should have been included inside already. Even if you charge a little bit more, I mean, tell me this isn't the dumbest thing you've ever freaking witnessed in technology for them to do something like this in 2024. But this one doesn't stick out as much. It's just a little bit off. I don't know. I still hate it. Really stupid. Very stupid way of doing it. So now they have the hold here button. I just want to see this for a second here. Okay, see, this has a flap, which is good. The Zoom 8 on both of them does not have a flap, which is extremely stupid, but it just comes off. But this one, the dongle one, comes off, but everything else does. Well, the other one doesn't. So let me just put that in here so we could have it. Okay. Okay, I see what this is. So this one does not take this media right here. It takes a mini. I'm gonna have to take that out of my 3D one and use it. But anyways, what I love about it, USB-C port. Trying to see here. I don't remember it having one, but no, it doesn't. Which is cool, because if, let's say, you had an external battery, you could just plug it into this and you should get even more time out of it, even though this damn thing lasts you, I'm not kidding, where is that, 888 hours of recording in MP3, 46 hours in this. Let me just see battery power here, what they claim. I mean, to us, I mean, it lasted pretty much the entire freaking day, so it was pretty insane. Not sure what the heck the battery. It says 13.5 hours on AA alkaline batteries. Now, of course, you could probably pump out even more from. Oh, let's see here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, with built-in mic, stamina mode, and then all channels phantom on recording would be about 5.5 hours. 11 hours phantom off recording stamina mode, built-in mic. So I guess, wow, 22 hours, wow, in lithium-ion phantom off recording stamina mode, built-in mic. I'm not sure what the hell they're talking about here, but I could tell you from usability, from my usability at least, this thing lasted for an all-day shoot about, I'm going to say about 8 hours. No freaking problem, none whatsoever. So, like I said, if you need the extra juice, you could just power it up with a external battery and call it a day. Now, let's take a look at this. You can see they move, they lock at a certain point, but doesn't take much. But you see, it doesn't go like this, where the other one does. This one does not. So, you know, if you need that functionality to make, I don't know what, you know, for this to just go like that, then I would say the bigger brother is probably the better pick. But other than that, I mean, I really am never almost using this. Sometimes I will for scratch. So I really don't care what it's open at, because I'm using external mics on this thing that's going to go into this anyway. So again, it depends what it's for. Now, anyways, we're going to turn this baby on. It has a hold button also. So you see power on, it says. And then you see Tascam. So now English. Let's just do it. here we go. This is how the baby looks. And you could just, hold on, where is this? Oh, wait. So it's just basically a dial. I would have loved to see this actually work, or where you can have your own, button assignments to assign a certain button to whatever. So it has manual, let's see, music, voice recording, ASMR, browse, and I don't know, I guess more apps that you could add to it, probably, S-card reader, podcast. So let's look at the podcast. The one on the H8 was much cooler because it had, but you could see here, you could see the everything is there. It's much more responsive. It's a bigger screen than the H8. I mean, not that bigger, but I would say the viewing angle is definitely better than the H8. Again, H8 came out shortly. It came out before. So let's just turn this baby on here so we could take a look. So here we go. So we're gonna put it both on right now. So it says no card, obviously. Okay, so podcast. What I like about the podcast on the Zoom H8, it has more shortcuts, as you can see here, where this thing only has 2. Not that it's a big deal, because again, I'm barely gonna ever use this, but it is nice to know, how it is. But here you could see on this, for example, hold on, I want to just put this up so we could see how it is in recording. But obviously this is a very high quality one. This is H8, so this is the little brother. It's not a fair comparison, but this produces. Now I'm gonna start talking to you about my experience on the field with this. So I absolutely hated Tascam. Their preamps were a miserable hell. I'm not even joking when I tell you this. Like I said, I'm not a fanboy of Zoom. I absolutely hated it. And the thing that ticked me off the most, I'm just trying to look here, because I wrote it even in my notes here. The thing that ticked me off the most was when I used the DR40. That's what it was called, on a wedding. And I'll never forget this. Absolutely the worst of the worst when I tell you in sound quality. Absolutely hated it. Thought it was one of the... I love how that actually looks. I would have loved to see like this thing actually cycle through them, but whatever. But the thing is, what really ticked me off was the preamps in this. And the preamps in the Zoom isn't perfect either. There's also a lot of issues with that as well that I went through. Just much, much less. But now I got to say the engineers in Tascam, either they hired a new group or something, or people that actually know what the hell they're doing. They actually did even, I believe, presets that actually worked, because I went into presets. I'm not sure if we can make your own presets yet, because I got to mess with this thing. I messed with it when I recorded and was told what to do. But what I really loved about it is the fact that the preamps now are absolutely amazing. I don't know what the hell they did, but they totally stormed over Zoom, completely over the Zoom H8 and their new recorders. So I was actually stunned, because I took it out and I was like, first off, I bought the Zoom H6. Sorry about that. But it's the H6 32-bit float recorder. Okay, so it's a 32-bit float recorder, and the thing that really stunned me was that this thing did mountains better in recording, mountains better than the Zoom did in terms of audio quality. And I'm going to show you guys a side-by-side comparison, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how it is. I bought also Dead Cat's windshield, whatever they call it, for both of them. I actually have it. And the thing that I love about Zoom, though, and I'm going to tell you, is the capsule part. So you're free to put different capsules. They even have another capsule that's kind of pointless to put more plugins, but it doesn't have controls. That kind of, that's what kind of made it sucks. But I'm going to tell you, the build quality on both of them are very, very solid. Obviously, I'm going to like the build quality better in this because it's bigger and I have orangutan hands. But like I said, the bigger one, the bigger brother of this is pretty much exactly the same in terms of functionality. It does exactly the same thing. But I'm going to tell you, I absolutely, for video recording, I'm telling you, It doesn't record video, but I'm saying for video recording, for movies, if anybody's an independent filmmaker, this thing is the bomb. This is the one you want to get. You don't want to get anything with Zoom, even though I used the H4n a ton of times. The preamps were something to work around. You guys know that. You guys know this. Anybody that used the Zoom recorder or even a Tascam recorder knows there's a lot of work to do in post to clean up a lot of the stuff. This recorder does an absolute phenomenal job, okay, in terms of recording sound. Absolutely insane. I freaking love it. I took it on the field. We were recording. I was told what to do, told, just do this, hold the mic, blah, blah, blah. And then when I was doing the post work, I was absolutely blown away. I couldn't believe I was getting good sound, especially when you're hearing crap in the background from far away, which... It's so funny. There's things in the Zoom, when I recorded with the Zoom recorder, there's things my ears can't hear, and I could hear a lot of stuff. Like, I'm good. My hearing is great. But the thing is, there's things I couldn't hear, and somehow it got picked up on the Zoom. It wasn't what do you call it, any ghost talk or anything like that. It's picking up car sounds, picking up plane sounds, picking up stuff from far away. Somehow it picked up some dirt. I have no idea how the heck it does. So, uses 4 batteries, as I showed you. Has 2 inputs here with locks, okay? Obviously 32-bit float recorder, which is amazing, and that's what it's about, guys. The 32-bit float is basically just like shooting RAW on video. Okay, so when you're shooting RAW on video and pictures in RAW, you have that much control in post-production. This does it to audio. So it's like the RAW of audio. That's 32-bit float. So you want something powerful. And the thing that I hated was that Zoom... and their 32-bit float line, what they did was they got rid of the H8 touchscreen, beautiful touchscreen, color touchscreen, and came out with some 3D, Nintendo Laser 3D that went bankrupt. I forgot what it was called. Absolutely crap all the way. And that's what it came out with. And it was actually pretty horrific to see that, because I said, my God, first they come out with a dongle, which is stupid. They should have already came out with it all in one. You're going to get rid of the best freaking form factor. I loved this. It looked like a freaking spider. I love the H8 better than the H6. And what they did is they re-released the ugliest form factors. For Zoom H4n I loved. Zoom H1 was fine. Okay, the Zoom H6 looked like crap. Everybody hated that form factor, and they re-released these with 32-bit float and made it look disgusting. Instead of coming out with an LCD version that looks absolutely great, I bet you after now that Tascam released that, they're going to release a 32-bit float Zoom H8 version. But now we're going to go to, based on what I went through when I used both of them. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? I'm going to look into here because I just wrote it. I forgot the name of this damn thing. I absolutely hated Tascam back in the day, especially when I had a wedding and I was shooting on the DR40. The worst preamp probably in the world. And every time I used any Tascam device, I absolutely hated it. I always said it was the worst freaking, I'm going to have a ton of work to do in post because that the sound quality is going to be crap. Now, here's the freaking thing. It's like, it was the funniest thing because the Zoom, any one of the product of Zoom isn't 100% either. You had some work to do in post. But the thing that was so weird to me was the 32-bit float version, for some reason, did worse than the regular version. Now, what do I mean by that? In terms of preamps, I could hear really well. My hearing is great. There's things I could not hear. I'm not talking about ghosts here, people. I'm talking about planes in the background, cars driving by, far away. You can't hear this. On the Zoom H8, I don't even pick it up on the preamps. On the new ones that they have, the re-released versions with the 32-bit float, the preamps sucked so badly, I picked up some of these dirty noises. With the Tascam, now I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know what Tascam did, but they definitely, to me, I think they hired a new barrage of engineers, because what they did was they came out with this product right here, which is exactly like the X8 or whatever they call it, but the X6 is pretty much exactly identical in terms of functionality. And I got to tell you, I used them both, and they're exactly the same. But the thing is, it picks up so quiet. The sound that it picks up is a pleasure. You're taking it. I did videos. I did, rap videos. I did stuff where you just use this for scratch, and the sound quality is incredible. Don't get me wrong. The H8 was great too. The preamps are not as perfect, but again, it came out before, and it's not the new 32-bit. But guess what? The 32-bit float system, the H1 lookalike, the H6, okay, and the H4n version that are re-released, they all had crappy preamps. It's almost like the engineers from Tascam went to Zoom and the ones from Zoom went to Tascam. It kind of reminds me of, if you guys remember, back in the day, even though I'm a Samsung Fold 4 owner, I'm waiting to trade that in for the new, Ultra X, whatever, 25, I guess, whenever the hell it comes out, whatever it's called. But the thing is, what I'm saying, it reminds me of when Droid first came out. So first Apple came out with their beautiful touchscreen, gorgeous, very reactive. And then Droid said, well, we're going to come out with our version. And you had to poke the hell out of it, that I'm surprised it didn't break in half or pop the screen. How many times you had to, poke through it, because it absolutely sucked. And this is what that feels like. It's the quality, literally. And then how Samsung took the Droid operating system and made it mountains better, and everything became better, that I enjoyed it better, the innovation, than Apple. Again, not a fanboy. I had Apple phones and I had this phone. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, you see how they went, and now they're, neck and neck. That's what this thing is like to me. It's like it just finally made it. It's like the GoPro drones versus the DJI drones, and then suddenly the GoPro drones somehow did way better than DJI, which it didn't, even though both of them, that's another video, how I soup things up, as you saw in my other videos. For both of them, they both suck. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, this one is now mountains better than the Zoom, and I gotta tell you, it won me over. I'm not kidding. Now, I know some people are gonna say different. Some people are going to be like, well, we're Zoom fanboys and we love Zoom, and, we're sticking to it. And that's great. You guys want to be fanboys. You guys want to do it. I'm talking to people. I give them the truth. I buy these with my own money. I know exactly what it is. First off, both of them, I hate that they have dongles. I think that's very stupid. I'm going to knock a point right there off of from the Tascam, giving it already a 9, because I think in 2024, these things should have already been in, even in 2023, even in 2020. These things should have been on board. I understand cutting corners, but if you're going to market an app that goes with your system, it should be part of your freaking system, even if you charge a little more. Who cares? But again, I think they were competing with Zoom, but to me, it looks like, hey, I'm a wannabe of Zoom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a dongle too. Very stupid, Tascam. You should have said, well, we came out, we finally hired better engineers, for sound engineers. We came out with a better system than Zoom. And now, finally, we're going to beat them. We're going to beat Zoom. Oh, wait, but we really love the fact that they charge extra for the dongle, so we're going to do that too. We're going to rip off, we're going to make a dongle for it, and exactly the same stupid rubber that comes off and doesn't have a flap, we're going to make it come off. It's already on my floor, which anyone on earth is going to lose if they don't have this already in there, which is ridiculously stupid. So already that's another half a point going to be deducted. At least this one has a flap for the SD card, which I'm happy about. This one, both of them come out. I kid you not. Or maybe not. Oh, no, this one has a flap too. So it has a flap. So they literally mimicked Zoom. They have this one that comes out completely, no flap. It's somewhere on my floor now too. And this one is somewhere on my floor now too. Isn't that adorable? So all of them, it's like they wanted to mimic them. And I don't understand why. You already got a better freaking product. Why on earth would you want to mimic Zoom? It makes no freaking sense. And Zoom, shame on you for coming out with the H6 after all us customers complained about how stupid it was, the design and the form factor. And you guys come out with a 32-bit float, re-released of all these other ones. Come out with the H8. I would have bought it in a heartbeat. I probably wouldn't have even had my experience. Well, I would have had the experience through my friend who was using it and paid me to do some work. And then I would have probably saw. But again, your preamps suck now in the new ones. They absolutely stink. So I can't believe Tascam is owning you, and I hope and I pray to God Zoom H8 comes out with a 32-bit float system with no dongle, has it included in here. I don't care how much it costs, I would get it in a heartbeat. And then also on top of everything else has flaps that can, well, won't need a flap because it'll already be inside, but have a way to have also capsules and bunch of stuff like they normally do. I would have loved to see capsules on this. This one also doesn't go up and down, so if you guys got something locked like that, it's locked. But this one could enter 6. I still use it. I still use it for live recordings of bands and stuff like that. I'm not dumping this because guess what? The preamps on this is better than any preamp on the Zooms right now. On the Zoom H4n, Zoom H1, and Zoom H6. Unbelievable that they would come out with something and not this. This was their best damn freaking design, and they just tossed it to the curb. Unbelievable. Now I know they're probably going to come out with this, because they're re-releasing all of them. So they're probably going to come out with a 32-bit float. But until they do, and until the preamps are tested on it, this one right here owns, okay? Or the X8. Now, again, who is this for, okay? Very simple. If you're an independent filmmaker like myself, if you're doing, where you're just using 2 booms at most, 2 boom mics at most, use this. If you're using it for sound recording for vocalists and stuff, which I've done before, and I've used it with rappers and I used it with vocalists in general, people could not distinguish between a live, between a studio and my home studio in terms of sound, because and you got a portable recorder you could take anywhere with you. As long as you isolate the sound properly and everything, you could do a home studio and make it sound just like the pro studios, and believe me, you can. And this is what makes this so beautiful. It's the form factor. It's tiny, and you could just knock it in. The thing, put it in your pocket. The thing is, these are plastic, and kind of scares me a little bit. Where in the Zoom H8 or H4n, you could just, they're capsules. You could just pop them off, which is so cool because you could take them out, store them, and not worry about it. This one, you're going to have to keep in a case because you want to keep it in a safe zone. But now, if I wanted to use more inputs, I would get this, but the X8, the bigger brother. So you have more mic inputs, okay? So you have 4 mic inputs, a bigger screen, and more, maneuverability, if that's a word, for the mics. Not that I need that. Most of the time I'm going to use external mics, so that doesn't really bother me at all. These, but for scratch and stuff, I would use it like this. It doesn't bug me, one bit. So I don't care. So again, depends on what you're using it for. Now, if you're using it for live recordings where you're recording a band and you want a microphone on each individual band member and all of that, and you want to hook it up to a baby, don't even get the 32-bit float crap. Get this Zoom H8. I stand by it. Amazing preamps on this also. Still, the Tascam destroys it in terms of preamps. But, I can't believe I'm saying that 2024 here because I thought Zoom would crush it, but they didn't with their new line. Absolutely horrible. Unless they're coming up with updates that I'm not, aware of. The thing is, I would go with the Zoom H8 on that, or the bigger, if you wanted more inputs. And also the Zoom H8 allows another capsule that allows even more inputs, which is great if you're doing that kind of work. If you need 4, go with the bigger brother of this. You're going to get better preamps. And at 32-bit float, can you really go wrong, guys? But the thing, what I'm trying to say is, this one is perfect for me. Okay, so it depends what you guys are doing. If you're doing YouTube, my YouTubing, I like to keep it all nice and simple. Not going to record with this, but I could record with that if I choose to, if I'm away or something. This is basically a recording studio in your pocket, just like the Zoom H4n, all of them, all the line of Zoom, all of the Tascam. The thing is, Tascam, when it came to designs, I loved it. I forgot which one it was called, the one that goes underneath the camera, but the preamps absolutely sucked. In this situation, guys, the preamps are absolutely amazing. I have never came back from a wedding or concerts or anything like that where I come back and I'm like, I'm going to be really tired. That's what I always say, because I'm going to have to do a lot of post work. And this version, the X6, I came back and was at, I mean, I'm told what to do. So it wasn't like it was my production. So they set it up for me, put a preset on and just told me to record. But when I did the post work and when I looked at the sound, the audio, I was blown away. And then I did my own plosive tests and a bunch of other tests on this and could not believe how quiet it was. That it was absolutely amazing. I do recommend using reflectors on it just to add. I'm going to do a review for you guys. I have one that is actually an isolation box and it keeps it there. I'm going to show you guys, the sound quality between all of them. But again, I'm not looking to record with this. If you guys are, that's fine. I did buy one of these, a dead cat or whatever they call it, windshield, whatever, I'm old school, from them. And I'm going to be doing a review on that as well. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm in my plosive tests on this thing from the native, microphones. Now, here's the weird part. The native microphones that are on it, the onboard microphones, it's not even a freaking capsule, guys. I can't believe I'm going to tell you this, but it's basically like putting in a Rode NTG microphone. It sounds that damn good. And I have, a bunch of microphones all over here. I even have one laying around actually right here. I kid you not. Like I'm like a microphone collector. I freaking kid you not. So it actually sounds, I'm not even kidding, like a freaking, this is an NT1A, but like an NTG microphone. It absolutely sounds stunning. Like I can't even tell you for an onboard mic to sound good. I don't even record with this crap. I don't. I never will record serious work. Sometimes when I do music videos, like I said, I just do it for scratch so I can match the lips and, and all of that. But otherwise, I don't really use it. Sometimes I like to, kind of position it where sometimes I don't even need to use even that, but I use it because I like always having scratch. In a wedding, you definitely want to have scratch recording because if anything were to go wrong with any of your mics, which I had a couple of close calls, you could get sued pretty badly. So what happened is luckily I had some scratch recordings and it came out perfect. With this one, I haven't used in a situation where it was really tight, but I was in a wedding that had like about, probably about 40 guests. So it wasn't that many people. But my God, the scratch recordings on this picked up. I mean, they're not going to be as good as a freaking boom mic. It'll never be as good as that. But when people were close up here, it sounded exactly like it. Actually, very quiet. It doesn't pick up much noise and just really all around goodness. I love that it has the pads here. So you could put it down like that as, and of course the quarter 20, which all of them have. The Zoom H4n, I was disappointed at the quarter 20 thread because it came right off. Again, just bad luck. But I love this design, this wet design thing. I forgot what it's called. Looks really cool and feels like really high quality. This thing does not, though. Unfortunately, these feel like plasticky poop, but it is pretty strong because I'm going to tell you, I've kind of twisted it the wrong way and it didn't crack. It didn't do anything wrong. So this thing is pretty freaking awesome. And now the boot times are absolutely stunning. I just want to show you the boot times here. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, shutting off. Watch this. 1. Now the Zoom H8. Okay, now the Zoom H8 in build quality feels better, obviously, because, again, my favorite form factor. Zoom, you are so stupid for giving this up. But anyways, for not, and I know you're probably going to release it later on, but I really hope you guys don't have this stupid dongle and actually have it on board and make this thing actually more, 2024 or 2025 or whenever the hell you're going to come out with it. I'm also wishing that you're going to come out with another capsule that is controllable instead of the other capsule that you can't control. But now let's do the turn here. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 seconds to turn on. Now let's do the off. 1, 2, off. Both of them shut off. So you have quicker loading times on this. Obviously, again, this came out later, but still not that long ago. And again, I am actually stunned that Zoom's new line, they re-released the form factor of the H6 that everybody hated, but the preamps are crap. It's almost like Tascam's sound engineers that were crappy went to Zoom, and Zoom's sound engineers went to Tascam. The design, same thing. Probably the ones from Zoom went to Tascam, and the Tascam went to Zoom. The DR40, still one of the worst recorders I've ever recorded. I still say the other ones are better. But this one right here, guys, is a winner. And like I said, get this or the Big Brother. The Big Brother, you can, move it a little more. But I'm going to tell you guys, I absolutely love this thing that I went and bought my very own. Okay? That's the reason why I bought it. I wanted my very own to have over here for my recording studio. As you see, I'm building some stuff. I'm going to show you guys how to put a boom arm, okay, a boom arm on a desk that does, that's about this big, that you don't want to drill into. I came out with an idea. I employed the idea, and now I got my boom mic back, and I'm setting up my new studio here because the other studio, my old studio back home in my other house, I almost am not going to film there almost at all. So I'm trying to bring everything over here bit by bit. So I'm going to show you some stuff. Now, like I said, I'm coming out very soon. VortexCinemaLabs.com is going to be back up. I'm going to be selling more stock footage. It was down for a long time. Went through tons of things, but we did a lot of work. We have stock footage that we're working on. We're going to do also sound recording, which I am going to be using this and a bunch of other ones to do some really good sound recordings from, bullets and stuff and explosions, a bunch of cool stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. Going to be doing some giveaways. Probably some of my old Zoom recorders, I'm not sure. But again, like I said, if you have a Zoom H8 and you have that many recordings, don't get the 32-bit float. Stick to this one, and you'll be very happy. Better preamps for sure. This one is the superior one. If you're looking for a new recorder that has 32-bit float, go with this, not the Nintendo Laser, whatever it was that went bankrupt version of what they did over there. It was an absolute terror to see what Zoom has done to their new product line. Absolute terror to me, as a person who really loved Zoom. Tascam, I can't believe it, in 2024, Tascam, you won me over. I don't like also that Zoom H6 and Zoom H4n are all coming back now with the float, with the 32-bit float. And, it looks the same. They're not making it look different. They're not making it look like the Zoom H8, which I think was the best design. They came out with the Zoom H6, which everybody hated. I don't know why they would come out with that same freaking form factor. I still have mine. Has a little scratch on the screen. I'm probably going to end up selling most of them anyway. But again, you have the H1 that re-released with 32-bit float. But there are so many issues that a lot of people are having with that. And you could actually look at the reviews. With the Tascam one, I got to tell you, I'm seeing better reviews from other people. But also from my usage, I could tell you, as a person who Zoom won me over, Zoom lost me with the new 32-bit float systems that they came out with, because I got this baby right here and Tascam won me over. So anyways, guys, as always, I buy everything with my own money. I'm not a paid-for reviewer. I don't get funded by Zoom and by Tascam and telling you stuff to get. I give you guys the absolute truth, and I thank you guys for offering Patreon services to me, but you see, I don't accept it. I'd rather you guys keep that money. I don't even have a Patreon. I'm never going to get one. I work 3 jobs to make this happen. I opened this as a mission to give people the truth. I worked in Catholic Charities and the Big Brother program. You guys know, I tell you the story. A lot of kids got ripped off with Nintendo Switch games and other games. So I do gaming videos. I do a lot of videos. I do how to build videos. This channel covers everything, but it comes from honesty. It will never be a paid-for channel. I'm not a paid-for reviewer. I give you guys the absolute truth. And you guys are already doing more than enough to help this channel. What do I mean by that? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? You are the jury. That's the whole point. Together, we're giving people better, real information from real people like you and I to help them make better informed decisions. And that really is all what it's about. That is my mission. And you guys are helping me to achieve that mission. So you're doing more than enough. So I thank you guys. I'm working on some giveaways to do. Maybe I'll give up one of my old Zoom wants this to do, but I have giveaways that I'm working on, 3D prints and stuff like that. You guys know this channel covers all, so if you like what you see, like, subscribe, hit that bell button, share it with everybody you know, make the family grow, comment down below. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.